Hello and thanks for joining me. Well, this is part 2 of the Wells Index Model 40 milling machine rebuild. It's in pretty good shape, really. A lot of surface rust, got a terrible paint job. But most of it's just cleaning and scraping and doing a lot of evapor rust soaking. It's the first time I've ever tried that. But look at here. Here's a before and after. This is one axis on the mill, and this is the other. That's quite a difference. Anyway, let's get started cleaning. Got a long day. But this is kind of weird right here. These screws are held captive in there. They can't come out until you take it off. But to attach it, they drilled holes. Oh boy. They drilled holes through the screw. So you line up those holes, and you can access those screws. Hope I can get this thing back together. I need to take some more pictures, I think. This is my evapor rust container. Does pretty good. like it. No, this is not a commercial for EvapoRest. Hopefully, I got enough of this to... I'm going to have to do it in one side and then flip it over and do the other side, I think. Perfect. Now I've got about maybe a half a gallon in that yellow container that I've used for other things. I'll put that in there. I like it. That's much better than expected. Making sure I don't have any air bubbles. Okay, this is the power down feed. It's upside down. It's got a worm gear in here and it's got a belt drive up here. This right here is frozen. That right there doesn't feel super good. I got to drive the pin out of this attention idler for the flat belt. Now I can probably use the shroud of that to push up on the pulley and press it out on the arbor press, I hope. I'll probably have to buy a bearing. I don't think I got that. Well, I got the bearing loosened up, the old bearing. Well, the camera battery went dead, and I got this bearing working in here and cleaned up, but I'm going to order it anyway because it's kind of rough. I got the same thing here. This bearing here is bad, and there's a universal joint or something in there. It allows that shaft to move without, I mean, this same shaft here. It allows it to. So I don't know how to get that out of there. I assume pry, and if that's a very tight fit right there, it's going to be hard to get out. There's not much paint on this hand wheel, but it's rusty, and some of the paint was painted over a rusty surface when they repainted the mill. And the evapor rust will not take the rust off if there's any paint on it. So it doesn't do very good through grease. If the part is clean, it does really well. But so I'm just taking paint off with this. This kills some grass. This is just dish soap I'm using, but it works pretty good. And it's already had a pretty strong degreaser and solvent on it. It looks pretty clean, actually. A lot of the paint is coming off the last coat of paint because they didn't clean it really good before they painted. Didn't stick very good. Well, I was going to leave this and just paint it and then oil it up real good, but this might actually be fairly easy to get apart. Take all these gears out. Couldn't see it before I cleaned it up. Yeah, I didn't think it'd be that easy, but I was hoping. Yeah, first thing to do is put some oil on that. Maybe I won't take that out. After I get that cleaned up real good in there, I can lubricate it, or after the paint dries and everything, I'll lubricate it. And the inside will be done, and then I'll give the outside a really good coat. This inside was just to make it kind of a uniform color so you could see what was going on in there. You had to work on it. Okay, part of this lead screw's rusty, so I got it wrapped up with paper towels. It's not the best way to do it, but it'll work. Hey, let's see if this works. Well, it's working. Not great, but nothing works very great to do this. Not that I've found anyway. This is working better than anything else I've tried. Not perfect, but it works. Well, that wraps it up for this episode. That wraps it up for me today. It wore me out. Anyway, be sure and join me next week where we'll be sanding and painting. Real entertaining stuff. The entertaining part is when we start putting it back together. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Be sure and subscribe and ring that bell.